I got a question.
Okay, perfect. So my media group, who is my first presenter?
I am.
Okay, thank you, Danny. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give, let's just say 1 more minute. Everybody in the George Bush group, you have all your people here?
Jalissa, Dana.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then Danny, do you have your conclusion person here?
Yes, Miss Ashley's on.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Okay, so as soon as it hits 6:02, I will just, kind of do that, and you're free to go whenever you're ready. And I am recording this and I will post it after today's presentation.
And you guys can
Okay.
see me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Where's
see it.
Carlos at? Carlos.
He's right
Okay.
there.
There it is.
So everybody in the group, I would suggest putting your mic on mute until it's your turn to speak. And hopefully, when your turn is, and then you just go hit unmute and then you speak. That way, in case you have background noise or anything like that, I'm going to do the same thing.
Are you gonna share the screen for now?
I need you to do it for now. My computer's not doing so hot with that. I can do it if I have to. Let's see. Okay, so can everyone see this right here? Everyone see this?
Yes.
Okay, 1 second, because I'm using my screen too. So if I'm using my screen, it's getting out of what I'm viewing. Give me 1 second. Let me get my phone. I can't view my screen at the same time, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, they
Okay.
don't need to put up theirs until you get finished introducing
Okay,
them.
yeah, because I need my screen first.
Yeah, so you can,
Okay.
Okay. Perfect, thank you guys. Okay.
Danny, we're waiting on you.
Oh, I thought you guys were ready. Okay, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Welcome to this Vote for Us presentation, everyone. I am Danny, representing the media group. We get the truth to send it to you, the people. Thank you all for coming and sharing your candidate with us today. My purpose here is to watch this presentation, report back to my people, and give our country the facts for a proper vote for the next president of the United States of America. We are a mutual group. We stay equal to all parties, Democratic, Republican, and Independent, meaning we don't take sides. It is our job, it is your job to persuade us to vote, and why for your candidate. You will hear about topics covered during this election, such as athletes equal pay, gender neutral restrooms at schools, COVID-19 lockdown, the homeless, mental health and education, healthcare for all, student loan forgiveness, free community college, resurgence of crimes, and last but not least, immigration, all which are very controversial US topics today. The rules for today are simple. Each member must speak a minimum of 3 to 5 minutes. Each group must promote and campaign for their candidate. Each group must state why their candidate is the best for presidency. You must also critique your opponent. Each group must maintain professionalism and be respectful. Be sure you have good lighting, no background distractions or noise, and come prepared. I hope you all have fun, use your time wisely, and last, make us believe. Now, with further ado, Let's get this political party started with our second presentation of today with the Democratic side of George W. Bush. From
Republican.
members Ferdinand, Jalissa, Aiden, Dana, and Juan. Take it on, guys.
Bernard, if you could share your screen. We'll have
What's that?
You share your screen. The green button and then go to your slide.
Do you know how to share the screen?
Can you walk me through it, Jalissa?
Okay, on the bottom.
There it is right there.
Yeah, click that.
Just hit Alt S and then that should work. Hit Alt S and then I'll ask you to choose which one, then just choose their slideshow that you have open on a different tab. And then it'll bring it up full screen.
Okay, it's up right now.
We don't see it. Go to the Zoom, hit the green button on the bottom, which is to share screen. And then it should give you an option to choose which one. Don't manually change tabs. It'll give you a choice which tab you want to choose.
Our apologies for the minor technical difficulties.
Oh,
Carlos, do you have your notes on your phone, or do you also have on your computer?
No, I tried to do that earlier and it still couldn't get it to
no,
work.
I did it earlier. I didn't. Let's see, it's not working right now.
So is there someone else that can share the presentation? Are you using a different one than you used for Media Day? Did you create a new one?
No, we have the same one.
Okay, so I could share it for you if no one else can do it.
That would probably be helpful.
That'll be great.
Okay,
And then we'll just give a thumbs up when we'd like to.
perfect. Yeah, I think I should be able to figure it, but we'll see. Okay, so let's see. You guys, can you see that okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Jalissa, take us away.
Okay, can you go to the introduction slide, please?
Oh, wait, hold on. There you go.
Let's make America powerful. Are you looking for a candidate who wants the United States to be better? Well, George W. Bush is an American politician who believes in making America different and make peace for the world. Our candidate is the perfect position for being a president of the United States, with all his accomplishments and leadership skills in life. During this speech, we will include clear examples of what he's accomplished in life and his life as a leader. Next slide, please. Why should you vote for George W. Bush? To start off, he was running because our country must be prosperous. The purpose is to make sure the American dream touches every willing heart, he said. Now, he embraced excellence in education, tax relief, and volunteerism among faith-based and community organizations. He wants everyone to be successful. George supports enacting tax cuts, believing it could help economy at large. He supported nuclear power by reducing fossil fuel consumption and increasing alternative fuel production. He supports a free market healthcare system, which he opposed a universal health plan. Bush has a heart for everyone. He said, the decision to have an abortion should be a woman's personal decision. He wants every woman to be safe if taking an abortion pill. He opened markets for American goods that are affordable, reliable, and secure energy supplies. And he also cared for the nature. The environmental standards are making America's water and air clean. He wanted to improve national security, the healthcare system, and the education system. Now to continue, he was already successful from his childhood growing up, his dad being the president and a role model for him, and being the Texas governor mostly. And that showed him how to be a leader, working with people, rules, and planning agendas. Vote for him because he will not leave you behind, because he has a compassionate heart to protect America. Our candidate has accomplished many in his life. January 9, 2002, he enacted the No Child Left Behind by trying to improve public spending. He had a heart for every child and teenager when in school. He wanted them to be successful by learning early and helping the children who can't afford schooling. He also made the salaries and promotions of teachers and administration. 19th of March 2003, he ordered an invasion of Iraq and launched the Iraq War. Now that may seem bad, but he decided to do that to free its people and to defend world from grave danger. Most importantly, he served as the 46th governor of Texas. That was in 1995 through 2000, and that was his biggest achievement. It taught him many skills that he now has to be a great president. It taught him patience, leadership, and teamwork. He was successful in bringing in the new legislative measures to reform the criminal justice system. December 8, 2003, Bush signed into the law Medicare Modernization Law. It resulted in great expansion in America's welfare since 1965. He also created tax-free health savings accounts to help Americans take charge of their healthcare decision-making. He has received many awards in his career in politics. The 6th of January 2009, he received a Department of Defense Medal for Public Service. In Pennsylvania, November 11, 2018, he received a Liberty Medal with his wife, Laura Bush. With all these accomplishments, he believes America can change, be different, and so with that, he has achieved many of these topics to give a challenge to make our country powerful.
Who is George W. Bush? George W. Bush is the oldest son of Georgia Herbert Walker Bush and Barbara Bush, was born July 6 of 1946 in Haven, Connecticut. When Bush was just 2 years old, his father moved the family from New Haven to the town of Odessa in West Texas to begin a career in the oil industry. He was raised in Midland, Texas with siblings Jeb, Nellie, Marvin, and Robin died of leukemia. The family spent summers and most holidays went through June 1964. And later, Yale University, September 1964 to June 1968. Bush cheered for both Phillies Academy football teams, as it was quite common for a cheerleader to be a male in Bush's time. He received a Bachelor's of Arts degree in history in 1968. After graduating from university, Bush joined the Texas Air National Guard on May 27th of 1968 during the Vietnam War, with a committed to serve until May 26th of 1974. He was promoted for the first lieutenant on November 1970, recommendation of Texas Air National Guard Commander Jerry B. Kellen. He served as an F-102 pilot until 1972. Bush was discharged from the Texas Air National Guard and transferred to an active duty in the Air Force Reserve. He was honorably discharged from the Air Force Reserve on November 21st of 1974 at the end of his 6-year obligation. The next slide. Okay. On November 5 of 1977, he got married to Laura Welch. His vows to Laura was, "I love you, precious, with all my heart, and to know that you love me means my life." Laura Welch gave birth to twin girls named Barbara and Jen Bush in 1981. Also to mention, along with his father being the 41st president and his grandfather Prescott Bush was United States Senator.
All right, as you can see, he has George W. Bush came from a loving family, and he expanded on his own loving family. And I think what's fascinating about all of this is his particular hobbies and interests, right? We have a man that honors his father, literally and metaphorically, by being a politician just like his father, by going fishing with his father, by aiding with his father. No matter how old George W. Bush may be, he still looks up to his father. And that's something that all Americans, especially young men, should do for not only our personal fathers, but our future children and future sons and daughters. And I think that's phenomenal. And apart from the traditional going golfing like other presidents, George W. Bush prides himself on his creative side of things. For once, we have a politician, we have a leader that put politics aside and just focus on his inner art. And as you can see, he's a big fan of painting. Painting and painting and painting, from finger painting to airbrush painting, is very refreshing to see a leader, a potential leader of this country again, to just simply go painting. And I laugh because every time I go to the baseball games, I see the opening pitch. People of interest, they will go to the opening pitch. And I realize that George W. Bush has a history of going to majority of baseball games in the opening pitch. How American is that? A baseball is something that is timeless. And we have a leader who adapts himself to a timeless sport, something that's simple, back to our fundamentals, back to what makes us as an awesome Americans.
The theme song we chose was Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, also known as The Angry American. The song is by Toby Keith and was originally written in 2001 after the event of 9/11. He wrote it because of how upset he was because of the tragedy just occurred, and as a red-blooded American, he was rightfully disturbed. He at first only performed it for soldiers to hype them up and strengthen their beliefs in our country. But then later in 2002, he recorded it. And when he released the song, it topped the charts for many weeks in America. The song signifies the events of 9/11, which did happen under George W. Bush. As tragic as this event was, this brought America together and helped all Americans see each other as one. We took the fight to the terrorists who attacked and showed that you don't mess with America. This also helped the people look back and remember what America was built on: freedom, justice, pursuit of happiness. As we vote for a running candidate, we need to rally together as a whole country to not let ourselves fall victim once again. And we could listen to the song after. Next slide. George W. Bush provided happiness as a giving person. He participated and donated to charities such as National Park Foundation, Operation Smile, Salvation Army, and as you can see, many more. Some would say his most memorable act was in 2001 when he stood and asked for $15 billion to be donated to Africa and the Caribbean to fight against AIDS, which AIDS medicine did have a significant price drop and became much more affordable after this act. Some estimate George W. Bush helped save over 10 million lives from AIDS. It's a lot of lives. George also gave some of his own money to charity, including close to $1 million to Salvation Army, amongst other Methodist-backed charities. Also, he donated a sizable amount to 9/11 related funds like Red Cross. Next slide. And here's some more policies. George W. Bush has helped many Americans in the policies he had placed. He passed policies such as tax cuts, Prescription Drug Act, Homeland Security Act, and went to war with Afghanistan. This led to other positive impacts on the people of America. such as the economy, and dropping the unemployment rate to 5.7%. Some policies that would be presented in the new campaign would be cutting taxes, loosening gun restrictions, lower gas prices, and improving the electrical grid. To break these down further, the people need their freedoms back, such as loosening gun laws. The 10 cities with the highest amount of deaths and gun violence are all blue cities and have been for so long and have the strictest gun laws in America. Gas prices have raised through the roof as Republicans suspected with Biden going in office, which before Russia invaded Ukraine, gas had already risen by $1.50 and was steadily rising. Finally, the biggest problem America will be facing soon is the strength of our electrical grid. California is already struggling to provide electricity as the price of electricity has also risen. The grid has also mainly uses gas and coal, so the offset of your electric cars is not as much as you think. Overall, our future is not looking good in the direction we're heading, but these new policies will help turn our country and people around. Next slide.
George Bush will make a great president. He helped his dad during his presidential campaign. He worked as a campaign advisor and a liaison to the media. By doing that, he learned a very much knowledge by doing that. He helped his dad's campaign while he became 41st president. In conclusion, when you think of someone you want running this country, you want someone with many accomplishments, a political background, leadership, and family values, as George W. Bush has with his successful family. As George Bush would say, as a leader, your instincts matter a lot. But if the goal is to have people to make you look good, then you'll fail. However, if your goal is to have experts there to lend their knowledge, then you'll make good choices. On election day, George W. Bush, who comes from an enormous family of successful American politicians, is who you want running this country. George W. Bush is the American politician who will make a difference in America along with peace for the world. George W. Bush will make a great president in the United States. So with all that mentioned today, George W. Bush, it is very clear that he should be the next commander-in-chief and leading this country and doing what he knows how to do well. George W. Bush represents 3 generations of American politicians. Just to mention the 3 of them, his grandfather was the US Senator in Connecticut from 1952 to 1963. His father, George W. Bush, George Bush Sr., served 2 terms as vice president and president of the United States from 1993. He served as a president of the United States. And also to mention his brother, Jeb Bush. He was the senator of Florida from 1993 to 2007. He already knows what to do as being a president. He's followed his father's footsteps all his life. So with that said, on election day, vote for George W. Bush for president, and let's make America proud. God bless you, and God bless America.
Your turn, Ashley.
Alrighty. Hi everyone, my name is Ashley and I am also a part of the media group. I want to congratulate everyone. You all did so great on your presentation. And I also want to thank everyone for presenting to us. At the same time, I am also excited for you guys. So I have an important thing to say, which is making sure you are voting for the right candidate. And that is why you guys are presenting, because you guys are representing your candidate to us, George W. Bush, and you guys believe that your candidate is the best candidate. I will clarify again, media group members' purpose is to get all the information you guys provided us from your candidate presentation and we show the truth of how elections work. It is our job to gain all the information and share with our teams. So whatever we gather from you guys, with the information you guys provided us, we will also share it with our team. And then we are also in charge of creating ideas, which is also how we are able to watch you guys present. Just to clarify again, we are mutual towards all parties. In other words, we do not choose a specific party. We do not support a specific party. Sorry. We acknowledge all of them. Other than that, good luck to everyone. Sorry.
I think she's got some background noise, right, Ashley? But that's okay. They're in college too tonight.
What's going on?
She's laughing because of the noise in the background.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Okay, but I do want to
what?
sorry guys.
It's okay. So I will conclude. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for Danny for opening everything. And thank you to the George W. Bush Group for pulling it out and figuring it out. Even when you had some stumbles around the PowerPoint, you tried to just figure it out and make it work. So great job. I will be giving feedback starting tomorrow. You need to make sure that you're writing your own thoughts about how the process went, some positives and things that you'd like to improve upon, etc. And then make sure that you're looking at that final paper that's due by the end of this week. And then if you're watching this presentation, just making sure that you're writing things that worked and did not work that you want to give feedback on. There's one more presentation tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. I will see you then. Any questions before we take off? Okay, go have a good evening.
Awesome job, guys.
All right, bye-bye. Go play with those kids, Ashley.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.